with a number of, I'm now adjunct lecturer with a number of institutions, and also being trainer for the Skill Futures fundamentals of Forex trading, hedging, and risk management course. I was lecturer at the Institute of Banking and Finance, and for many central banks, including, of course, our MAS, Central Bank of Macau, Bank Negara Malaysia, Bank Indonesia, and BIA. As trading and training is my passion, I continue to trade for clients and friends. All right, so I think this one actually keep your mind sharp, because you have to be really, abreast of the markets. So you have to be reading all the time. I was featured several times on Money Mind. All right, so also regarding foreign exchange outlook, that was like some years ago. Okay, without much further ado, okay, I will go through the presentation. Okay, now last week on Friday, the dollar actually over the last few days before Friday was a little bit on the weak side. All right, so market kept selling it until Friday, Thursday, Friday, but because of the risk aversion, all right, on Friday, and also because of the FOMC decision on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, given the recent hawkish stance by the several Fed officials, the market decided that I better buy back some of the US dollars that I'm short. So also because they are afraid that in case there are tapering discussions, Wall Street at the same time decided to take some profits off the table, which has seen the major indexes correcting lower. And of course, whenever stock market correct lower, there's this thing that happened, is called risk aversion. All right, risk aversion means it's becoming very risky. So therefore, whenever risk aversion occurs, it gives the dollar a lift. Why? Because the dollar is seen as a safe haven currency. All right, and to make matters worse, those of you who are trading and using charts, the break of the 55 EMA, right, the moving average in the Dow, suggests that there is more pain to come in stocks, which will keep the US dollar elevated into the decision on Wednesday. So therefore, dollar will be a bit strong. And also, why is dollar strong? Remember I told you about risk aversion, and that was also brought about by the geopolitical tensions between the US and China, which will continue to weigh on risky assets. Okay, risky assets meaning stocks, meaning some of the risky currencies like Aussie, Kiwi, Canadian dollars. The geopolitical tensions, of course, is that the US is trying to thumb down China, right, on its growth by combining with UK, Australia, giving the Australians a nuclear submarine. So that has made China a little bit angry. Okay, so that has created tension, and of course risk aversion. And then you also have the problems with China's Evergrande Group, right? That one is also very troubling, even as the Chinese economy continues to slow down. All right, so when Chinese economy continues to slow down and eventually will slow down, it will put the world in a more risky position. All right, that means there is a threat of recession, there is a threat of slowdown. Now, my favorite scenario is that I put there, however, if there is no tapering talk on Wednesday, the US may well give back all its gains. All right, and more even. All right, and so that is my favorite scenario. I think the market has jumped ahead, thinking that the Federal Reserve is going to talk about tapering, but because of a few so-called federal officials who are what we call the hawks, all right, they all come out and say that the US should start taper. But I believe they are not going to taper this week, because by doing so, and if they do so, the stock market is going to get hit worse, right? So they have a problem. So I don't think they will do that this coming week. Probably in November and maybe December. What the Fed doesn't want to do is after this meeting on Wednesday, Thursday, there will be no meeting in October. All right. So my take and my idea is that October, if there's no Fed meeting, but then when the Fed start talking about tapering, and they're not going to be there in October, if the stock market crash, because if those of you who are old enough, the 1987 stock market crash, was in October. So if they do talk about tapering, the market may just sell the stocks like crazy, and there's nothing they can do, right, until they meet again in November. So I don't think they're going to take that risk. So again, my preferred scenario is that they are not going to say anything, and that the dollar is going to give back its gains. Okay. Antipodiums dictated by risk sentiments. Okay, those of you who are not traders or have not traded, or even some of you are traded, then you don't know what the meaning of antipodiums, right? This is the term that is referred to by the they refer to Aussie and Kiwi, okay, as antipodiums. Now, the direction of the antipodiums will be dictated by risk sentiments surrounding the market. All right. So, despite the Kiwi New Zealand dollars being strong because of the strong New Zealand GDP and strong economic data that has recently come out, the market just sold Kiwi and sold Aussie because of the risk. But I believe, right, with Auckland COVID cases now approaching single digits, the Kiwi stands to benefit the most if risk aversion retreats. So I am still a buyer of Kiwi. I'll let you know where the levels are later on any pullback. Once again, if Jerome Powell and the Fed leave tapering discussion, right, when they decide on rates on Thursday morning, I believe that the bird, they call it a Kiwi, so Kiwi bird cannot fly, okay? But if they do, all right, if Jerome Powell does not say anything of tapering, the bird will take flight. The Kiwi bird will fly, all right? There's some New Zealand data tomorrow, which is the New Zealand PSI, which is the performance of a services index. All right. Last month's number was 57.9. And if the number tomorrow is a strong number, it will provide support for the Kiwi. Okay. So the RBNZ decision on October 6th, which is like 2.5 weeks away, where they are expected to hike rates, will also continue to see investors buying dips into New Zealand dollars. All right, so unless and until something really bad happens in New Zealand or to the world, this pullback in the New Zealand dollars from 0.7170 to Friday's close of 70.35 is a very good buying opportunity to buy and keep, right, for higher levels when the New Zealand central bank will start to hike rates as early as October the 6th. Okay. Now, after saying all that, my thought is that the positioning in the US dollars appears to be on the long side now. All right. And therefore, I continue to believe a correction to the downside is not very far away, which is most likely when the Fed does not discuss tapering at the meeting on Thursday morning. So therefore, I believe you can look into buying dips in Aussie, US towards 72.40.50, buying dips in New Zealand dollars against US towards 0.700 and 0 and 10, or buying dips in Euro US towards 1.1690.00. So these are levels that you can get into. Of course, tomorrow when the market opens, things may change. The levels may go a bit higher. So you may not be able to get 72.40 or 70.00 or 1690. We will change, all right? I will change sometimes on my chat group. I will change levels, or I'll say, well, the market has changed, so you can buy a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Okay, so these are just indicative levels that you can get into when the market starts tomorrow. Any questions so far? You can talk on the mic or you can go on the chat. It's okay with me. All right. Please ask anything. Nobody can see you. So if you ask anything, and to me, being a lecturer for so many years, more than 30 years, no question is silly to me, okay? Every question, there is a reason why people ask, because they don't know. So if you have any questions, you can ask now, or if you prefer, you can ask later at the end of the presentation. No questions? Okay, no questions. I asked a question earlier on and say whether some of you have traded, and I think Chi Yong, you said you are trading, you are trading in foreign exchange now. So you are currently trading, but you feel that your performance is not up to where you want it to be, or you don't have enough time to monitor the market, you can join the SCCI Market Tips chat group, where you will get daily trading views with entry and exit stop loss and take profit levels. All right, so in addition to getting the trading views, you will also be in a group of active FX investors to learn from them, and of course, they from you. That way, you will sharpen your trading skills. Okay, still very cheap. Okay, the fee is a very affordable 130 Sing dollars per annum. Or if you want to break it down per day, it's only 36 cents a day. All right. So those of you who are trading foreign exchange, 36 cents a day is really small potatoes. Okay, it's very cheap. When you do foreign exchange, it's like, you know, sometimes again, depending on how big you do, it can be in the tens of dollars, like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 dollars, $100, $150 profit. So what is 36 cents? Okay. Now I started the chat group about 2 months ago. We started at $80, then went up to 100, and now it's 130. Later, very soon it will be 160. All right, very soon. So it's not too late to join. There's a few more slots at $130. Once this 130 is gone, then it becomes 160. All right. So, but when you subscribe to 130, you subscribe per annum forever. All right. Not forever, for like the next 5 years when I'm still around, at 130 per annum. All right. You can contact me later on. All right. At 9452-1922 if you're interested to join the chat group. Okay, so that is the SCCI Market Tips Chat Group. Now, when I do this presentation, I always also put this because I think it's important. After trading for more than 3 decades, okay, Chi Yong says free trial. I'm always willing to give free trial. Afterwards, Chi Yong, you can WhatsApp me and I'll put you into the chat group. I mean, really, to be very frank with you, to me, I will just pay $130 and just do it for 1 year. Cannot go too far wrong. It's 36 cents. Free trial or no free trial also, to me, it's no different because when I trade foreign exchange, I'm totally into it. Because free trial for 2 days or 3 days, it doesn't really show anything, you know. And really, I always tell people, you just pay 130 for 1 year. All right. So you have the whole year to go and see whether that that chat group is good or no good. All right. But of course, I'm very biased, so I can tell you, it's a fantastic chat group, and those who have subscribed make a lot of money. All right. I'm not pulling a fast one. It's real. I don't know who is here today. Sometimes 1 or 2 of my chat group members are here, so they can sometimes come out and tell you, that they are really making money in this chat group. But anyway, I will give you a free trial, no problems. All right. Then you can try out, and then you can see whether you want to continue or not continue. Okay, so just WhatsApp me later, and I'll put you on the chat group. Okay, so longevity is important. Why? Because you want to keep on trading. And how do you do it? You must have good risk management. You can make good profits, but the key to staying in the game is to keep those profits, instead of giving them back to the market. Okay, to the market. So that is my so-called thought here that I give always to people. And even yesterday when I was teaching the skill futures, forex trading, hedging, and risk management course, I also said that to the participants. All right, and they're quite happy, with the course yesterday. Okay, I've actually finished this part of the presentation, and I'll continue with the next part. Also a very important part, but this part is mostly on the market outlook, market focus. The next part will be on what I do, and why I do it. Okay. Now, I always tell people, why are many bank dealers profitable? All right. Why a high percentage of bank dealers make money? And why a high percentage of retail FX investors lose money? I think you know, right? 95% of retail FX investors, or even more, lose money. All right. And 80 to 85% of FX traders make money. So it's a reverse. Why? Because FX, bank dealers, FX people are well trained. They are trained in both fundamentals and technicals. Whereas the retail FX investors, I don't know what you are using, Chi Yong. I'm quite sure you probably only look at charts. All right. You don't look at anything else. Or chart say buy, you buy. Chart say sell, you sell. But there are many ways that you can make money. All right. So Chi Yong says yes. Chart is good. I also use charts, but I also use charts to get into and out of position. All right. So if you tell me now, okay, the chart says sell New Zealand dollars. All right. Last Friday it did. Then you keep on selling. But for me, as a fundamentalist, I say, okay, good. The chart says sell. It comes to a level where I will buy. I will buy New Zealand dollars. Why? Because I think eventually New Zealand dollars will go up to 73, 0.73, 0.74, or even 0.75, because when you talk of fundamentals, there is nothing that can challenge interest rate rises. And the RBNZ is going to be the first central bank of the developed country to hike interest rates. And nothing can challenge that. Okay, in the short term, you can sell New Zealand, you make some money. But if you have to hold it long term, you will lose like crazy. All right. And short term, to me personally, don't forget, you guys are young, probably too young. I don't know how old, how young you are, but I'm in my late 60s, you know. So I don't take, I cannot trade in and out, make 20 points, 30 points type. When I make 200 points, 300 points type of levels. Otherwise, I don't do. All right. But when I write the chat group, I have very short-term trading. So if you guys want to do short-term trading, you can also be in there. Or you want to do what you call that? Long-term, you can also do long-term. Okay. Okay, so now the thing is training, okay, that is important for most dealers or for most traders, FX traders, because you have to be trained in both. You cannot just use one. You'll be missing out quite a lot of what do you call that, opportunities. Okay, and if you do one only, you don't last long. Okay. Now, because Chee Yong, I see that you're from Malaysia. Unfortunately, because after teaching and training the central bankers for so long, I am now bringing this to the public. All right, via the Skill Futures Forex Trading, Hedging, and Risk Management course, which I just conducted yesterday, and they were all they enjoyed themselves. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, so therefore, for those of you who are Singaporeans who are trading and who use charts, I encourage you to come to this course, this Key Futures course, so that you get the other perspective, which is the fundamental perspective, so that you have both sides of the story. All right, the charting story, technical analysis, and the fundamental analysis, which is equally important. All right, so and those of you who have businesses, or you are working for bosses, all right, SMEs, they have what you call that, exposures, because they export their products overseas, then they get paid in certain foreign currencies. They may have that, so they can also come to this course. Yesterday I had two ladies. One is an accountant, another one is a finance person who worked for an SME, and they came because they wanted to learn about how to hedge their foreign exchange exposures. And they went away from the course learning quite a bit, and they are quite happy, and they are looking at doing more so-called courses, right, to learn about foreign exchange, so that their bosses can benefit from it. Okay, so FX can affect and can impact the profitability of a company. Okay, for those of you who are Singaporeans, what you will learn from this course is, after attending this course, you will have acquired a new skill, which is how to trade foreign exchange and other asset classes. And of course, I'll put you in a chat group. All right. This is a different chat group. Okay, this is for people who, when they attend my course, I put them in a group so that they can continue their learning journey. But if they want to trade more actively, then they join the SCCI Market Tips chat group. All right. So that one will give them a little bit more, you call that, frequency of views, trading views to trade the market. So again, please do not hesitate to call me at this number. You can see it, 9452-1922 for more information on registering for the course, or you can scan the QR code, okay, which is this one. Okay, I will say, no, sorry, this is not QR code. This is the just to tell you what the Steel Futures credit QR code will be in a minute. All right. Okay, so every Singaporean age 25 and above, you will have $5, right, in your opening account. Okay. Okay, now this is the QR code. Okay. So I'll give you about a couple of minutes to scan it, then I will continue. Okay. Okay, for those who want to attend the course, what you will receive after attending the one-day physical intensive class is you'll get a lifetime learning support. You have access to highly experienced Forex traders, and also including me, the trainer, and I will share regular updates on FX movements. And you can also learn from the close WhatsApp chat group community, all right, so that you learn much more from the chat and from each other, like I said. All right, so it's quite a useful chat group to join actually. Now, I just told you, yeah, I finished the course yesterday. The next one coming up is on 23rd October. Okay. So when you register, you will receive 3 complimentary content pack intensive ebooks. Actually, 2 ebooks. One is a notes. Okay. The books are introductory guides to FX markets and trading. That is fundamental analysis, and becoming a trading master book. That is technical analysis. And also you will receive some notes on risk management, how to leverage, all right, safely, how to take profit, how to stop loss, what is your risk reward ratio. All right, you will learn all that when you receive the ebooks and the notes. Okay. Now to repeat again very quickly, the course that I conducted yesterday is a good refresher for those who are currently trading FX or who want a different perspective. So again, if you know technicals, all right, but you still need some help, you can join my chat group. Again, to repeat, is $130 per annum, not per month, which is 36 cents a day. And I always tell this to people, I used to pay 150 US a month for this kind of service. And it's not even close to what I'm giving, all right? I'm not joking, all right? The one I pay 150 a month, the guy will just give me like 2 trading views a day, and then that's it, he just disappears until probably late in the evening one more time. Whereas the one that is in this chat group is continuous. Over the course of the day, you will get views, you will get ideas. All right. So because the group is very active, right? It's very active. So therefore, I want to build a strong trading community where all of us can be profitable. Okay, these are some of the testimonials. I have many, okay, but a few. This guy says, for someone new to Forex, this group has helped me in marrying the macro indicators with the trade strategies. I like to show this testimonial because this guy is a champion. Okay, after attending my course, he put in 10K. Within 4 months, he made 10K. Okay, so I'm quite happy that he did that. Also through his own hard work. All right, he's very hardworking. He follows the market. He watches the market, and anything that is foreign exchange and that will help him improve, he will come. So whatever courses sometimes when I conduct, he will come. He doesn't mind about the money. All right. And the thing is, when I conduct courses, I don't charge a lot. All right. So sometimes I see on the website, because I know even yesterday, when I was conducting the course, one of them told me, hey, Victor, I paid $3,000 for a course and I learned not much than what I learned here, paying $500. All right. And so it depends on people, okay, how they view, all right, whether you want to have the hoo-ha type of feeling, or whether you have a more serious kind of teaching, right? It depends. So this guy is a technical guy. He says the analysis of the economic indicators is great and the overall result is good. All right. So now he marries technicals and fundamentals, and he is doing much better. Okay. And for those of you who are not free, and this guy said, I find it difficult to trade as I do not have time to do my own analysis. Okay. However, after joining my group, right, he did more trades and was more profitable. And then another guy said, he likes my trading views because it has both entry, exit, stop loss, take profit levels, right? So they kind of enjoy that. So I hope to see you soon to help you in your trading journey. And for Singaporeans, if you come for the course, this is real. I can actually help you earn $250 risk-free, no risk. You can actually start your Forex journey with $250 in your pocket. But of course, this will be revealed during the course itself. All right, so I always leave about 10-15 minutes for questions. So do you all have any more questions? Okay, I see Chi Yong, I see Charles, David is there. Okay, David is my chat group member. Jamie, June, Gordon, Mr. Lee, Patrick, any questions? Okay, somebody asking a question. Copy of which slide? You mean this slide I'm talking about now? Is it Gordon? Is it the one that I'm going through now? Okay. What you can do is later on, after the session, you let me know your number, because Mr. Joe, okay, Joe Chew will convert it and then put it into YouTube, and then I can send you the YouTube so you can watch it again. All right. I don't have the copy of the slide per se. How about courses on weekdays? Weekdays. So weekends, are you working, Mr. Lee or Miss Lee? Because you just put KLE, so I don't know. Weekdays, I can. Actually, I have about 3 or 4 people that want to do weekdays, but I haven't contacted them yet. Okay, Gordon, okay. Mr. Lee, if you can give me your number, once I get, I mean, I like to do training. So now I have about 2 or 3. So if you come on board, there's 4. If I get 4 or 5, I will start training also. on a weekday. All right, so those 3 or 4 fellas can only come weekdays. So including you will be 5. So I will do that on a weekday. So if you can give me your number, I will definitely contact you. Okay, let me take down your number first. Hang on a sec. Okay, I got your number, Gordon. I've got your number, Mr. Lee. Okay, which September or early October? It's probably October. Okay. Probably October. Is it okay for you, Mr. Lee? Gordon, you put that trading minimum how much? Okay, minimum, of course. Now, if you set up an account, normally the broking house, broking companies require you to put about 3,000 Sing, all right, to start off. So your minimum trade can be like, they call it mini accounts. You can start with 10,000 trades or 20,000 trades or 30,000 trades, all right? So depending on your how aggressive you are, but my advice to people is always to do like 10 times, all right, your margin. So if you have 3,000, try not to do more than 30 or 35,000, you know, because it can get very, very hairy sometimes, right? So that's why I say when you come for the course, Gordon, have you ever received any formal training in foreign exchange? Then you come to the course, I will teach you everything you need to know about foreign exchange, how to do leveraging, how to do risk reward, and then put you in a group, and then you can start. And then I will hold your hand, so-called, to get you started. And then when you come, you set up the account, you will get the $250 to start with, so that at least you have 250, you know. Of course, you don't want to lose, but even if you lose, 250, at least it's something that is so-called free. Like free tuition, you know, money, so-called. All right. So I will contact you later to tell you whether you would like to attend. If you would like to attend the course, I will give you the link so that you can register. Before I do that, are you Singaporean, Gordon? And Mr. Lee? Okay, then good. Then you would have the SG, the credits. So you can actually claim all of it, okay? $500. Don't have to pay a single cent. So you get free training, you earn $250, and you learn a skill. So wonderful, all right? So I will contact you after that later on to chat with you a little bit more. Mr. Ng Chi Yong, okay, you also have to give me your number later on. You have my number, all right, to contact me so that I can give you I can put you on the chat group for a trial. But I say, no need to trial, just come and then you will find that it's very good. Okay. Anyone else? Any question? Anyone else? Okay, don't have. I will end here. But again, you have my number. So any of you shy or whatever, you can get in touch with me personally on my WhatsApp, and then I will respond to you. Okay. Weekdays course. Okay, I will definitely give you the dates. Let me find out from the rest. Mr. Lee, I will get back to you ASAP for sure. Okay. No worries. Thank you. Thank you for attending and for your attention. And I hope to see you soon. And also, of course, to journey with you so that we can make, I mean, don't have to make a lot of money, lah. I mean, make enough money, pocket money, extra money. Because nowadays with the interest rate so low, well, it's quite terrible, all right? So with foreign exchange, you can make some money. Don't have to be aggressive, okay? If you want to be aggressive, you can, but no need to be that when you start. Okay, so I'll see you guys and I hope to catch up with you very soon. Take care and have a good week ahead. Bye-bye.